This podcast is part of the Deluxe Edition Network. To find other great shows on the network, head over to deluxeeditionnetwork.com. That's deluxeeditionnetwork.com.
What is going on, everybody? My name is Brian, and with me, as always, is...
I'm Mark.
I hope so, because God damn
Otherwise,
it.
I got the wrong fucking name.
Who did that to you? Sons of bitches.
My dad's mom, she was very religious. I mean, it's St. Mark, St. James, St. Joseph. And I'm far from a saint.
You got brothers?
I have two. Christopher James and Michael David.
Right on. Yeah, I know Mike.
Yeah,
we go back like a Cadillac.
Yeah, I don't talk about him. I'll talk about Chris, but I won't talk about Mike.
All right. So, guys, tonight we decided we were going to do an open forum. We are going to let you guys come on, and you can bring up the subjects. You can bring up the topics. Let's talk about what you want to talk about, because why not?
Yeah, why not? And everybody in the tonight until next Thursday, we're going to do a drawing next Thursday, maybe on air, maybe not. We're still working that one out, but right now we're going to do a $50 gift card.
And we got to figure out. We got to figure out how to do that.
Yeah, we're going to figure it all out. But we're going to do a $50 gift card for whoever, either comes on the show, subscribes to us, or comes into the comments and talks with us. Say hi. Look, even Stephen and Jarvis, Stephen Jarvis and Friends podcast. He already started. So see, he's already in the drawing. He's not going to win, but he's already in the drawing.
So do we want to give the gift card to somebody that has come on to one of our shows, made comments, that kind of stuff? Do we want to take all the subscribers, put them in a hat, shake it all up?
I want to take everybody from whoever has subscribed to us, talk to us, put them all in a hat, or put them all in a drawing of some sort. I mean, there's a lot of great apps out there that we could use, and let that pick it for us.
We'll have to figure out one of those apps to use. So welcome to Talking Shit. Like I said, I'm Brian. Mark, we're part of this great network. It's called the Deluxe Edition Network. And on the network, there's a couple of podcasts of the month. Do you remember what they are?
Oh, I've been saying them all month long, so let me say them for the very last time. It's Horsing Around and the Real Drunks podcast.
Excellent. That's right. Those are just two podcasts that are over on the Deluxe Edition Network's podcast channel. Get over there, check those guys out, as well as one of my favorites, The Broken System.
The Broken System. Yeah, they just released another one yesterday. And oh my God, I sent them a message. I sent Robert a message saying, damn you did it to me again. You left me on you left me hanging, because
it's a cliffhanger.
Yes,
it's a cliffhanger.
Very much so.
Listen, my wife's really into it now, so
it's awesome listening to them. And by the second one, and by the finish of the second one, what the cops should have done already, but has not done. And I'm not going to give it away because I want people to go watch it.
And guys, you listen to that podcast, and if you're like me, I'm really into it as well. And I'm sitting here going, how can we make that investigation open again? Right. They close the investigation. They don't want to look into this any further until there's new evidence. Right. Guys, you have new evidence. You had new evidence from the time
they've had the same
suspects.
Yeah. The officer or the detective in yesterday's one they did was He has it all right in front of him. He knows what he's saying. He knows that the guy is lying to him, but yet it's not open. It's a closed case. And
guys, if you don't want, we don't want to spoil it for you. So if you do want to know what we're talking about, it's the Broken System podcast. You can find him on Spotify. I think he's on YouTube.
He's on basically all major
platforms.
Not only that, but not only Broken System podcast. You have History I'd Like to Fuck.
That's one of my favorites for sure.
I was listening to them earlier.
Barrel Age Chicks.
Yeah, if you want a good laugh, go check out their Mary Fuck Kills. Those are freaking funny. They're not into violence or anything else, but they're great. Even the Broken
System.
No, I was trying to put two together. Barrel Age Flicks.
Oh, Barrel Age Flicks with
they got some
Ron
good ones too.
Guys. Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
I just finished. He told me to listen to the Shrek one, and that one was, very informational. I think I'm saying that right. It was really good. They gave out some information that most people don't know.
Yeah, so if you didn't know, Chris Farley, before he passed, was going to be the original voice of Shrek. And if you want to learn more, head over to the Deluxe Edition Network, click on Barrel Age Flicks. Ron is the voice of the network. He is the opening segment to this show and all of the shows on Deluxe Edition Network. So we want to thank him again for coming on last week. I'm going to thank Steven for coming on and shooting the shit with us a couple of weeks back when we did this. And now he's going to kind of watch and moderate and make sure that, the bullshit doesn't get out of hand. Listen, we talk shit. That's what we're doing. So,
we didn't mean when we started this, we didn't mean to have people come in the comments and talk shit about people. And we're talking shit. We're just talking with each other. We didn't want to name it just, we're talking. And that's it.
People. We're talking to people.
We just wanted something different. And what they did with Alyssa a couple weeks back was bullshit. And, I said it on the screen and I say it again, it's bullshit.
But listen, we have to be the unbiased party in this situation. We are just the host of the show.
But if they
there is some information that they're putting out there, and that's fine. If they want to bring that information onto the show, we'll be more than happy to allow those folks to come on the show.
Exactly.
Speak their piece.
Exactly. And that's why I said that, it's about having fun. It's not about trying to, spoil everybody's fun and screw with other people. It's fun for us to screw with people, but not other people doing that.
Yeah. I know Steven's funny as shit, dude. Guys, if you're not listening to Steven's podcast, you got to go over and check him out. Very knowledgeable. I can't, for the life of me, go up against him and talk football. And I love football. I absolutely fucking love football. But you're not putting me on the spot with Steven.
You know what? Especially when it comes to Minnesota shit, he's really good with that.
Buddy, I'm telling you right now, it's not just Minnesota either. I guarantee you throw out there and say, hey, when did the Jaguars become a franchise? When did they start? And then who was their first head coach? Who was their quarterback? I guarantee you, Steven's already got a piece of that information.
Well, yeah, that's because
he's got the inside tech track.
Yeah, I was going to say he has no life, but that too. You know what? I figured out something that he should do a podcast on, and I'll get flack for this one, but he should do one on the pocket pussy.
So why are we picking Steven to do the pocket pussy instead of History I'd Like to Fuck?
I don't know. I figure let's see a guy's point of view on that. I don't think he's ever tried that, but we'll see. I'm waiting for a comment from him. I know I'm going to get a comment from him.
No, we're talking about football. Yeah, see.
I already knew all that. I did know that though.
Yeah. But I digest. So, what do you guys want to talk about? So, somebody put something in the comments. Let's stir it up here. We still got to figure out, I think the next show we do with our guys from the network, man, I really enjoyed doing, picking the 5 bad acting.
Well,
bad
yes,
acting
on the 22nd we got one. We also got we got a few of the networks coming in, some of the podcasts. We just got to come up with something like that for them too. Top 5 something. Like on June 1st, we got something with Cody Newton. He's an upcoming director, producer. He does a lot of good movies. And then, and of course, let's see here. What else did I put?
And I don't want to turn it into an interview. I mean, we want to do the interview kind of thing, but at the end of the day, we want to have fun.
With him, it's going to be a little bit more of an interview than anything else, but we're going to let him do most of the talking like we do.
Yeah.
On the 13th, we're going to do the wrestling show. We're going to figure out.
We're going to get some guys. We're going to get some guys from New Wave, from the SoCal area, from the SoCal Pro Wrestling Network, if you will. Yeah, absolutely.
That one we're going to do. We're not going to. It depends on how many more we can get. We won't be able to do 5 apiece. We'll probably only be able to do 3 to make it where we're not here all night.
We can do tag team partners, bud. So what we do is we draft beforehand. So here's my thought process on this, and you guys tell me what you think. So for anybody that watches wrestling, and we say from the last decade, correct? The last.
Actually, we never even specified on which way we were going.
Okay.
And because the only reason why I say that is because the fact that they don't watch wrestling nowadays.
Right. But they watched it back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So
that's why I said from the 90s to now.
80s to 90s.
Yeah, 80s, 90s.
Okay. Because I'm picking Coco Beware. Fuck around and find out. So we do something like that. We draft a couple of wrestlers a piece, right? We get a dice, and we'll put it on the screen, like a shared screen, and we'll make it to where when it's your turn, you call your move set, or you call a move. We'll roll the dice. We'll see what happens. If your dice beats my dice, kind of thing, then you were successful or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll come up with something.
I was figuring we would do like a wheel to say if you get knocked out. No, the dice could be if you get knocked out. The wheel could be if the move that is going to put on you, and then you roll the dice to see if you get knocked out of the ring. Because we were going to do a rumble or a battle royal at that point.
Guys, it's like Dungeons and fucking Dragons. Only we're using people. We're going to use wrestlers.
Why not? It's fun.
Speaking of Dungeons and Dragons, how about this movie, man? It was actually dude, it was great. I liked it.
I've watched it 3 times.
It is a good movie. It's funny.
It's funny. It's got some serious parts, but all in all, it hit it. It hit its mark.
Yeah. So
I love that.
You guys haven't checked it out, get it. Go watch it. It's on. Is it Peacock or is it on?
Paramount.
Paramount Network.
Yep. Paramount Plus.
Nobody's getting my Paramount password. It's mine.
No, I don't give my shit out anymore. Especially now that Netflix is making pretty much finding you if you do.
All right, who wants to come in and talk shit? We're still waiting.
I sent your friend the message to get in.
I told him 8:30. I told him 8:30 if he wanted to come in. So I don't know. We'll just have to sit here and talk shit with each other. Make fun of each other. You still short?
You still ugly?
Yeah, well, duh. You can
see
me.
Duh.
Well, I didn't know, like, when they did the hip surgery on you the very first time, if they were going to, like, add an extension to
no, unfortunately. The only thing that the hip surgery did is when they pulled the tendons, I was flat-footed. I'm not flat-footed on 1 foot anymore.
So you got one flat foot and then you got a fucking arched foot?
Yep.
Really?
Yes.
That's got to be a bitch when you go shopping for shoes.
No, not really.
Really?
1 foot's already longer than the other, so
So 1 foot's already out halfway
Yeah,
out the door is what you're telling me?
about this foot, about this long, about an inch longer.
Are you
I'm
fucking
like,
serious?
Yeah.
Bro, I want to see this shit.
Ain't worth it.
Oh God, guys.
I
Listen.
keep my shoes on all the time. You ever notice that? I don't take my shoes off.
If Mark loses this wrestling thing, I say that he has to
Nobody wants to see my fucking feet.
drop his feet up on the fucking desk side by side like this. Because if he's sitting here telling me that he's got 1 foot like that much bigger, I mean, come on, dude, that's funny. I'm sorry.
Talk about my feet. I bet you're the guy that likes sucking on toes. I think you're like one of the guys that likes sucking on toes too, don't you?
Toast? I love toast.
No, toes.
Hi, Kim. How are you? Welcome to the shit show. Appreciate you stopping in. Oh, you gotta paint your toenails. Steven said.
Oh, fuck you, Steven. If you want to be part of this wrestling thing, if otherwise, you have to use your wife's makeup.
I think we're booked up for that show. Unfortunately, man, we are gonna have a ton of people.
The only one we won't have back on that day is SoCal.
SoCal can't make it.
Yeah, and I don't know about Trevor. Trevor still has not got back to me.
Okay.
But I believe that I believe that we got something going good for that one.
Well, let's get a plan together and let's get it out to the guys so that we can get this all figured out, because if that's what we're wanting to do, then we need to make that happen. So right. For anybody that's just now tuning in, we were just talking about Mark's imperfected feet. He's got 1 foot that's about 3 inches longer than the other.
Oh, see, this is how, telephone, that game makes sense. It's only
it's a great game.
It's only about an inch, and I'm not talking about my dick neither. My toe is about an inch taller than the other toes. And,
you know what they say about a guy with big toes?
Yeah, they have big ears.
No, he needs a bigger shoe. What are you thinking?
Yeah, we know what you were thinking.
Hey.
No, shit.
Ricky Bobby.
Dude, what's going on?
What's happening, buddy?
Let me get some light behind me.
Yeah.
Hey.
That might be helpful.
Maybe.
So I don't know if you were listening at all, but I'll tell you, man. Mark's got some imperfected feet here.
All right, hold on, wait a minute. We're talking about Brian's forehead.
Wow, that's a long story.
It goes all the way.
I mean, it's slick, but it's a big story.
Yeah.
And how much Brian has this fetish for feet and licking the toes.
Man, you should be on OnlyFans page.
Yeah. No. Andy's got an OnlyFans page. Does he sell them over there? The fans?
I don't know what he does.
He literally has a ceiling fan, a bunch of ceiling fans and shit. So, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you tuning in, Ricky Bobby Burtz is a Citrus County realtor.
I am the Citrus County realtor.
Is it realtor or realtor?
Realtor. There's not an A after the L.
For people that don't know what that word is, that means he sells houses.
Hey, I sell houses. I sell commercial property, rentals. What you got?
So if anybody's wanting to sell their house, who do they get in touch with?
Ricky Bobby Burtz and the Florida Life Group.
Now, let me ask you, Ricky, are you only licensed in Citrus County, or can you go outside the county? How does that work?
My license is held with the state.
So anywhere in the state of Florida?
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
So
find me a condo somewhere on the river. No, on the beach. Daytona. Let's do Daytona. Yeah, no.
Why Daytona?
I don't know. I got to go over there.
It was just something off the top of his head.
Yeah, I can tell. There's a lot bouncing off the top of my head. It's sticking.
No hair though, so we're good. Stacy and I actually go over there every 6 months.
I know. I've seen you guys
for her doctor. So,
I mean, Daytona's nice. It used to be nice.
It's still,
but I mean, I get goosebumps every time I go there because there's a lot of things on the corner.
Oh yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's cleaner beaches.
Yes, there is.
Guys, I want to bring up a topic.
Uh-oh.
Real quick. Well, we talked about this earlier, Ricky. And a guy that you may know too, Mark. A guy named Leon McClellan.
Yep.
Is putting together a fundraiser to raise money for
the officer that was hit.
The deputy that was hit.
Officer Lahara.
Yep.
Yeah, Andy Lahara has been with Citrus County for quite some time, and he's a school resource officer. I don't know how many people in Citrus County that this channel will hit, but hopefully it's enough by the 17th.
It needs to hit them all.
17th of June, is that right?
Yes, June 17th.
Yeah. June 17th. If you go to the Citrus County Sheriff's Office page, I think they've got it posted. You can go to M&B Dairy. I think it's posted on their page.
Yes.
They got a good deal going.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if anybody knows about Leon McClellan and his barbecue
in
the Citrus County area, he don't do it wrong.
No.
You're getting what you pay for. You're getting a full brisket.
Yeah.
I mean, it is phenomenal. He really puts the love to it, and that's me saying that I do competition barbecue myself. He knows how to do it. So you're getting your money's worth.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen that earlier today. I was like, oh my god, that's a great deal for even a better cause. I mean,
for sure.
Remember, a lot all those proceeds, I think that he's doing, other than the product itself, I think is going to
every bit of it.
Deputy Lahara's.
Yes, every bit of it. Yes,
it
definitely it says that all on there. Yeah, I've never seen. I've seen Citrus County come together before, but nothing like this.
No, I would have to fully agree with you on that. I mean, it's
awesome. It's awesome how they're coming together for this officer, and I'm still trying to figure out. And it might be me, but I'm surprised this 19-year-old girl was not charged yet with something.
Well, okay, so I mean, I want to throw a little bit out there.
Or have they released more on the?
No. I'm gonna throw a little bit out there for a minute.
Okay.
So, as a driver down the road at 9:00 at night, raining, and you've got multiple squad cars with bright lights in your face, is that blinding?
It can be, yes.
Okay.
But wouldn't you be going slower?
But hold on, you get hit by a car at 35 mile an hour, it's still gonna hurt.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know all the details.
Right.
The only thing that they did release is the fact that she did not try to stop. That's the only thing that they really released.
Well, who released that?
It's a Facebook thing.
Well, no, it was actually on the it was on Citrus County Sheriff's website that
that she didn't attempt to slow down.
Yeah, there was no braking.
I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing, guys. I don't want to delve too far into that subject either.
Oh no. Right.
Unfortunately, that poor 19-year-old girl, no matter what she was doing, she's got to live with this, and it's gonna hurt her. It's gonna hurt her badly.
I'm just hoping it was just I think it was just a complete accident. I really do.
I don't think there was any negligence.
I just don't understand, and kids nowadays don't pay attention anyways. They're more
19.
worried about what's
maturity in driving.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. That sucks.
So with that though, let's get back to praising these guys for giving
back to the community.
Giving back to the community. just go over to the Facebook page. Say again.
Who else is doing?
Leon he's hosting it, but he is asking for
help.
volunteers. He's asking for help. And it's help to take the orders. I think it's help to distribute the orders. It's getting funds together to buy all the product. Because obviously you can't do anything until you have the money for the product. So
me as a competition barbecuer, it ain't cheap for brisket, I promise you.
Right.
I mean, trying to get those funds together to do what Leon McClellan and M&B Dairy do all the time. Because I will promise you, I've been in the county 14 years. Consistently, I see M&B Dairy and Leon McClellan stepping up for this county.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's solid. And it's from the heart. It ain't for the money.
I wonder if he could go to some of these supermarkets and see if that they would donate any food.
I think that there's a couple of places that will. I think I think that there's going to be some employees that are probably going to chip in. I think that there will be money coming from. I think there's going to be a lot of money coming from some of the businesses to help out with that. Which, if they're not, shame on them, because this is. Right. I mean, it's going to help a fallen deputy.
Because he's got a long road ahead of him.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, we don't even know if he's pulled through yet, but he's still got a long road ahead of him.
What the last update they said he was stable and that he's got a bunch of broken bones and had internal injuries.
Internal injuries.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
Correct.
That was the last update because they haven't really updated today. I don't think.
No, they're still in heavy investigation. I mean, this is going to be a long-term deal.
Yeah.
I mean, he ain't just going to come out. And I love seeing the community really pulling it and helping that family out. I mean, I mean, my wife works for the sheriff's department. And so the bad part is we were right there next to it when it happened. And it was a big deal, and to see the thin blue line come together and do what it's doing is emotional. It's strong.
Oh yeah.
Right. And I think the last time the community was hit hard like this, and it wasn't to do with the police, but it was to do with a little girl that went missing. That
correct.
Yeah, Jessica Lunsford.
Jessica.
That was huge. Yeah.
Yes, that was I think one of the last times until now that we had to really band together.
Right. I mean, I think anytime that there's some type of tragedy for this county, and we feel for our county, this is our home, man. This is where this is our heart. So we're gonna step out and we're gonna do what we need to do. So.
Oh, it's my home until I decide that I want to get the fuck out of here.
Oh, Mark wants to sell his house.
I already sold my house.
Don't sign anything. I'm telling you, Ricky. Are you frozen?
I see you now.
So I looked online, Mark. Your house that you want to sell
is worth more.
It's worth more.
Yeah, but my shithole is not worth more. I'm telling you now, my shithole is not going to get what it says it's, whatever it says on Zillow or anything else.
You should ask. You don't do that. You ask Ricky. Hey, Ricky, can you come over and give me an assessment?
Are you sure about that?
I'm selling my house as is. I'm not doing no.
He's a realtor.
I refuse to put any more money into this shithole.
Okay. Right. So the cool part is every contract written in the state of Florida is an as-is contract. That's how it's put.
Okay, so if I buy a house tomorrow and somebody says, "Hey, I'm gonna put new windows in before you buy it," and then they don't, am I kind of stuck on that?
Yep.
Because it's as is.
Unless it's written in the contract.
Okay.
It's an as-is.
Word of mouth. Yeah. There should never be a word of mouth. Oh, I'm going to do this for you.
No, it's in writing.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is technically, as a real estate agent, we write as-is contracts, like I said. So when there's an offer come in for your house and they say, hey, the inspections come back with this, this, and this, I want them fixed. Technically, I can tell them to pound sand because it's an as-is contract. Now, you as a seller, you're in the driver's seat on what a real estate agent does as a seller. You can go, okay, hey, I'm interested in taking that offer, and I'm interested in paying for the little bit of repairs. But you don't have to. You can deny the offer and move on to the next.
Because you're not just going to get like one offer on the home. You're going to get several offers. Because even if they want to knock the house down, you still have a big piece of property there. That's the big thing.
Right. You know, you guys got to realize. You guys got to realize as you as a homeowner, you guys are behind the steering wheel. Not me as an agent. Now, can I recommend?
Of course.
An idea or recommend a tactic? Yeah, that's my job. I'm supposed to consult. But at the end of the day, when you tell me, nope, I ain't doing it. Well, okay, well, then I turn around and say, nope, they ain't doing it. I mean, it's that simple.
Yeah. I had about 5 years ago when we just tickled around with the idea of moving. I had a real estate agent come in here, and he says, "Well, you want how much do you want for this?" I said, "I'm not sure." And they looked at me and they said, "Well, the way it looks right now, you're not going to get more than 50,000." I'm like, goodbye.
Right. Well, I mean, and I'm going to tell you straightforward. The way I shoot my business, there's no fluff. If I walk into your house today and look at you and be like, okay, if you don't do this, this is all it's worth. Now, if you look at me and go, hey, I want 50 grand more, I was like, okay, I'll try. But in 2 weeks, I'm going to tell you we're going to lower it to my price. And that's what you're stuck with.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, I am the expert of the market at the end of the day. I see it all day.
Of course.
Yeah.
You know, and I've told many people before, hey, I'm not selling your house. You don't have enough equity, or there's not a big enough why to sell your house. There's no emotions behind it. Because today's market, you're going to sell high and buy high.
Yeah, because you're not buying anything right now low, you know.
No, we are in a stable market. And it's not just Citrus County. Citrus County is growing a lot. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But in the state of Florida, we are in a neutral market. And so there's a little bit more room for a buyer to play, but not by much.
So the days of, hey, I've got $120,000 house for sale. Hey, make an offer of 95 and I'll pay a closing.
Yeah, ain't happening.
That ain't happening. I've got $125,000 house for sale. Hey, offer the guy $130,000.
And
is that about right?
It's funny how you said that, because in today's market, most people don't have the credit or any liquid capital in the bank. So they're having to offer more for the house, because on the other end of it, they're asking the seller to pay anywhere between 4 to 6% concessions. So they're asking the seller to give them a 4 to 6% of purchase price to pay for the buyer's closing costs. So the seller's making money, but not making as much.
Okay.
Because the buyers have no money to put down.
Right. No, that days of the days of having, $10,000 and saying, hey, I got $10,000, I'm going to put down on this house. That's gone. Nobody's doing that anymore.
No.
It's either you have the liquid capital, you have the cash in the bank, you walk into somebody's home and say, how about I give you $240,000 cash and we write this up and I'll have my guy come in and close it for us.
And we still do see some of those deals. But right now, I'm working a lot of deals with people, and the house is listed for $235,000 for say. And I'm putting an offer across the table. Said, hey, we'll give you $235,000, but I need 6% at the end.
Now explain that. Explain how the 6% works. The 6% is the concessions, and explain concessions to our listeners because we're not in the real estate market. So
Right.
How does that really work?
So the concessions, what that basically means is that is money that the seller is giving to the buyer for the closing cost.
Okay.
Their down payment, their lender's fee, whatever that consists of. That's what concessions mean. So anybody that's listening as a seller, when they see that on a contract, they need to understand that they are losing 6%.
6% of the entire house sales. So if I own my home and I got a $100,000 home, I lose 6% right off the rip.
Right.
So that's $6,000.
Right.
Right? Yeah, $6,000.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, your house is worth more than that, though.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to break it down in a solid number so I can
Right.
understand too. So
Right.
I lose $6,000 of the 100,000. So now I'm at $94,000.
Yeah, but you forgot that you as a seller also pay closing costs.
How much are closing costs? What is that? How much is that?
So as a seller, you're normally responsible for the agent's commission,
Okay.
which could be 4, 5, 6%.
Okay, now is that on the 100,000 or is that on
Yeah.
the 90? Okay,
No.
so the concessions still haven't come out yet.
Right.
Oh, okay. So now I'm at 94, but now I'm taking another. What'd you say, 4%? So another
On a
$4,000.
minimum. That's
Okay, so let's say a minimum, so $4,000. So that's another 4. So I'm 10,000 in the hole right now. So my $100,000 home is now a $90,000 home. That's the check I'm getting, right?
That's what you're netting. Yes.
Who else do I got to pay to sell my home?
Do you still or you still have to pay off the lender itself if you still haven't paid that all off?
The lender. Well, if you have a mortgage, yes, you got to pay it off.
Right. That's what I mean. I mean.
Okay.
If
So
you still
there's
have
a mortgage involved. You got to worry about that number.
Yep.
Okay.
So the goal for me as a real estate agent, talking to you as a seller, is to go, okay, your house is worth this much on today's market. Here's my comps. They call it a CMA, comparative market analysis. I'm going to look at that and say, this is what your house is worth. How much you owe on it? Oh,
So my house is worth 100,000. I owe 90. Right.
Well,
I'm just throwing a number out. That's not true. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but you're going to end up in the hole anyways. Then.
And that's when I tell you, hey, sorry, I'm not going to sell your house.
Okay.
Because now you're in a hole.
Okay. So you don't want to put me in a hole. Listen, I can sell your house for you, but it's going to cost you money for me to sell your home.
Right. And I'm
Okay.
not going to do it.
Okay.
I'm going to look at you and say, hey, you need to sit on the market for a little bit. You need to pay this mortgage. And let's see what next year looks like.
Cool. Very
I
cool.
mean, I'm not putting a seller in a position where they are in the negative and they still have to pay out. That makes no sense.
Perfect.
I mean, that's just wrong to do. Now, if you got, and most people in today's market have equity in their home because of the inflation that we're seeing today.
Yeah, I think when you and I talked after we got the house and we went into this, we had the government COVID. You said, "Hey, I can sell your house right now. We could flip it for how much?" I think you told me somewhere around $240, $250.
Yep, about $250.
Didn't pay that much for this place.
Right, because you have equity. You have money sitting in that house because you bought it at a market that wasn't inflated.
When it was stupid low. And I'm so glad that I listened to my banker, and my banker said, hey, you need to refinance. We're going to save you, a half a point. And I was like, it's a half a point.
That's a big deal.
I was like, why would I do that? And I'm so glad I did, because today's market, if
Right.
you go, Mark, I'm telling you right now, if you take 70, let's say 70 grand for your home, I just want you to know there's nothing out there you're buying for $70,000 unless you want to live in a camper.
Yeah, because
I'm not going to be here. You know,
It doesn't. I don't think it matters at this point. You go to Michigan. I don't know what it costs to live in Michigan.
no, we're not going to Michigan. We're going to
Tennessee,
Tennessee, Kentucky area.
Tennessee, Kentucky is a lot lower living expense. You can get a lot more house for the value for what it is.
Yeah,
I've been finding a lot of houses that are really cheap and actually worth it.
Right. Yes. No,
you know what you didn't look at though? The taxes. Taxes.
No, I've been looking at that too.
No, it's a lot better all the way around.
Yes.
I think the tax rate is higher in Tennessee, and if I'm wrong,
you're wrong. Well,
really,
it's a little bit, but you got to remember, I'm also handicapped, so I get a discount.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, I've been looking at this for far too long. I know what I want to do.
Okay.
Well, hey, I'll let you know if you need any help looking in that area, like legitimately, hit me up. Let me get you with a good agent in the area that knows their stuff.
Yeah, right now, it all depends on where my daughter moves to. Where she moves to is where we're gonna go, not too far from. We're gonna leave Chloe here. We're gonna leave Chloe here. She's moving in with you, Brian.
No. Sir, I have enough animals. I have enough house guests. And until my daughter moves out, we're good. Listen, my wife wants to downgrade already and live in a camper. I am not that guy. I'm not there yet. I want to be older. I want to be older. I want to retire with her. And yes, I want to go off into the sunset with her. Or at least get everybody out of my house, please. Get everybody out, and then we can just spend the time together and see if we drive each other crazy or not.
That's the whole thing. My son turned 18 today, and I have no children. They're all adults now, and they all still live at home.
No. Listen, you have three adult children. Let them go get their own apartment. They're adults. Yeah. They're grown. Not. Did they listen to you anymore? Do they say, "All right, Dad, no problem. I'll do the dishes. I'll clean the house. I'll do this. I'll mow the lawn"?
They still tell me where they go.
They
tell me if they use the bathroom the wrong way. Come on.
Okay.
My children tell me everything.
Oh my goodness.
There's days where I don't want to know stuff, and then there's days where I'm like, shit.
So Robert from the Broken System podcast chimed in and said that Tennessee has no state tax.
Yes, right. I do. I did know that.
I get that, but what I was worried about was property taxes.
They're very minimal.
Really?
Yeah, I've been looking at property taxes because you can go up there and you can see the property taxes that people pay on it. So I've been looking.
Okay.
See, Florida took a big hike after COVID. And property taxes, huge.
Everybody wanted to fucking move here.
Right. We had 1,000 people a day moving to Florida during COVID.
That's insane.
Yes.
Because we were considered a free state.
Right. And then when it came down to it, the government had to figure out, well, we got to reassess these homes.
Mm-hmm.
So tax.
Now people are starting to hate what our governor's doing. Now some of them are starting to move out again.
Yep. And
have a beautiful time.
Well, most of them are moving to Georgia, North Carolina, and Tennessee.
So
there's a
website. But me moving to Tennessee, Kentucky is totally different. It's not because of that. I just, I want to.
Hey, I'd go with you if I could.
It's just something different. Everybody else has got out of this state, and yes, they have come back. Yes, Brian, you are correct.
I love Florida. I'm not gonna lie to you guys because listen,
I love.
We have 2 seasons. We have fucking rain and sun, and I'm good with that.
See, I love Tennessee.
I love Tennessee. I love I love the mountains. I love the view.
Yes.
I love everything else.
Yep.
It is gorgeous there, you know. And
And
I've
you
told
get
you
4 seasons, but not enough, not too much of them.
that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Like you get a little bit of everything. You're like, okay, I'm good.
You've known me for over 30 years. I've never liked Florida.
I
And the
gotcha.
reason why is because, you know, the shit
because
that's happened.
because you're a Detroit fan. We get it.
No, I'm a complete Michigan fan, but I'm not allowed to move. I'm not allowed to move back to Michigan.
Mark
because my
hates
wife-
Florida because he had shit ass doctors here.
That's one.
Well,
All right, what else? I got nothing, dude. Why do you hate Florida so much?
Because this is where I was at when my father died.
Oh,
So there's some memories there that are, you know, not.
No, I never got to. I never got to go to his funeral. I
Oh.
never got to do a lot of things. My father killed himself, and that was it. I found out 4 months after, and you know that pissed me off. And ever since then, I've hated Florida.
Right.
it's
right.
animosity.
And
You
some
have
people-
animosity. You got the animosity towards that.
But
because
not
you
only
were
that,
here?
but yeah, I was here, and
Yeah.
I used to take it out. And after that, I used to take it out on my mom. And you know, I've told her that too. I just recently, and I've told her I was sorry. You know, it wasn't her fault.
Yeah, God bless
She
your
looked-
mom for bringing you to meet me, because without
Yeah.
without
No.
me, Mark, you.
Hey, I had my wife for all the years that you were gone, bitch.
Oh.
Oh, got him. Hey, I'll fully agree. I've been in Florida since 2005.
Mhm.
It's taken every bit of me to like Florida. The only reason why I tolerate Florida is because I'm on this coast. If I was on
And
any other coast, I'd hate every bit of it. I'm a Tennessee boy through and through.
It's getting hotter and hotter every year.
Well, hey, guess what? This year's El Nino, so let's have
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, hopefully we can have some good rain.
Well, that's why we're having this.
Yes, I love it. I love it though. I'm hoping we've had enough rain to where I can burn.
Oh, I'm right there with you.
Everybody
Right.
wants to burn. Are we smoking weed now? Is that a new thing that we're doing on the show?
Well, no, we're on kind of burn.
Oh shit.
I'm talking about the pile I have in my front yard. I've been cleaning up my yard.
Okay.
And
Where your
Yeah.
mind's at.
Sorry, guys. I apologize.
your wife over there
Listen.
smoking one.
Listen, you want to talk about something else? Or you want to talk about boobs? We should talk about boobs.
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 I got mine too. I mean, fuck. Let's shake them. We can all do it.
No. So
I'll go shake my wife's then.
I'm gonna, sorry, getting a little out of control. Hey, listen, I want to give a shout out to all the Citrus County high schools. Congratulate them on
Yes.
all the new graduates, and I just wanted to let those new
The next
graduates
step
know.
in life.
Yes, we are hiring. Step on up. We are handing out free jobs. Come on over. You got a job.
they're
You
free
get a
ride.
job. Well,
They're free
listen, you know, the time at living at home with mom and dad and letting mom and dad pay you an allowance for doing absolutely nothing, that's over. It's time to get a real job.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's still finding the character to work.
Well,
Yeah,
and that's the thing. Listen, there's a bunch of signs right now because everybody's like, I can't find anybody to work. I just found them. How many students graduated last night?
Yeah,
I'm
but
sure
you know
there
how
was-
many
Yeah,
of the
but you
students? Hold up for a minute. You know how
Okay.
many of the students know how to work from home online with not applying for an application? Because
That's
the
the thing
internet.
that's the thing I think that took away from jobs itself. People seeing what they look like. You know, it's all done online now, and
Yeah.
you don't get to see what they look like. I used to, like, when I worked up at Advance Auto, when they would bring in their applications. I liked seeing what they looked like when they handed me it. I
Right,
also liked seeing their handwriting to see what type of skills that they had.
right.
And you know, you
That's
don't get
gone.
that.
Listen,
Gone.
when you get the one that when you get the application though that looks like a third grader wrote it, and you're like, I don't know about this.
Hey, they still hired me. Mine looked like that.
Mark
But,
and I have
yes.
worked together at a couple of locations here in the beautiful state of Florida, the my
Cash
home
and carry.
state.
Yeah, cash and carry. when that one was still here. I got him the job there, and we worked together for about 3 months before I said fuck this,
And he quit. Yeah, Mark was out. He didn't. He
Yeah,
hated Cash.
and then yeah, I hated that. And then about a year later, I think it was about a year later, we worked at Country Oaks Inn.
And I got
Yeah.
you that job.
Yep. And
Yeah.
that was a fun job, though. I liked that
Yeah.
job.
Nice.
The only thing I didn't like about it was the fact that they closed down for the summer.
Yeah. So Country Oaks was a really great restaurant. It was high end. If you didn't have
Yep.
a nice, if you weren't dressed nice, you weren't getting in. So
Oh,
I miss
that's before
restaurants
my
like
time.
that. I miss restaurants like that. Well, the White House that's over on 44, big White
Yeah.
House. It's for lease. Stacy said
Yeah.
bed and breakfast, and I said, you gotta go in there and really fix that place.
No,
up because-
that thing needs some love. It needs
Yeah,
some love.
because it went from a restaurant to
An antique sale.
an antique to an attorney,
Yep.
and then to something else. And I mean, you would have to buy a lot of stuff for it. 'Cause
Yeah,
that
the
thing would
kitchen's gone. That kitchen was huge.
I mean, it's a
kitchen was-
beautiful house.
Yeah.
I've envied that house ever since I moved to Citrus County
Yep.
because of what it looks like and what it could be. Like I see the bigger picture when I see that house.
it's going to be a sad day when they tear that down because for me, that's a historical
Right.
spot.
Well, it's
But they may not. I mean, they could put it as a historical place and restore it.
well, hopefully somebody steps up and does it.
yeah.
If not,
Because
with
that-
the growth of that area, it's gone.
That was a bitch to take when we only had special days times where we went upstairs into that place. We had to take a tray upstairs and downstairs, and that was a bitch.
Oh,
the
yeah.
stairs, because listen,
'Cause they're
the
narrow.
They had an elevator, but it was a one-person elevator, and it was for the handicapped people.
Yep.
His light went out again.
Yeah, I
it was
know.
for the handicapped people, right? There was an elevator, right? I'm
Yeah.
pretty positive there was.
I always thought there was a dumb waiter, or
Maybe.
Oh,
don't
yeah,
remember.
yeah.
Listen, I'm telling you, the staircase
weren't-
was freaking
yeah, we weren't
tiny.
allowed. We were not allowed to use the dumb waiter. Had to carry it down the stairs,
Oh,
and
wow.
that was a bitch. And
Yeah,
we
I
had to
guess
pray to
that-
God
The upstairs was for you had to reserve that room for a special party. So like,
Yeah,
Really?
say you had to have 10 or more people in your party, and you could be upstairs because they only
Right.
had one or two
We barely-
rooms up there.
Yeah, and most of the time it wasn't, except for special like Mother's Day, Father's Day, stuff
Mhm.
like that. They used it for that. Valentine's Day.
Listen, prom, my junior prom, I took a girl and we sat on the veranda, and that was a very nice time. But you could tell that there was a lean on that sumbitch. It still has that lean to this day.
That's still old.
Oh my god, dude!
Yeah.
But listen, I'm gonna tell you the atmosphere that restaurant produced, that house
Wow.
itself produced, was just absolutely fantastic.
Okay.
You know,
But hey, I don't want to step off. I keep having to turn my light on. But
Ricky,
hey, I'm
we
gonna cut
appreciate you
off
coming
here.
on.
But hey,
It's
we
not a
got to do
problem.
this again.
Okay.
Oh, we will.
You know, and maybe I'll have my setup ready to go instead of sitting here off my phone.
Sounds good.
But yeah, no, you guys are doing great things. I'll make sure I always share your stuff. You guys are
thank you.
amazing.
Hey, thanks, Ricky.
But y'all have a good one. I'm out.
Have a good night, buddy.
Night.
Later.
That was a
Well,
good time. That was a good time. You learned a little something about real estate.
Yeah.
Me too.
I'll take that part about the deputy and I'll try to make it into something that a little bit more. I'll make it.
Let's get a whole. I don't know if you have Leon's page. If not, I'll text it over to you. But yeah, I definitely anybody that is watching or listens to this prior to the 17th of June 2023, Leon is desperately looking for donations to purchase the pork. He's doing pork butts, full rack of ribs that you could
Yeah,
purchase,
that actually sounds good.
and brisket. I know for a fact I'm doing a brisket. I'll probably end up doing ribs too. And any money that is collected other than the food, I'm sure is going to Deputy Lahara and his family for his.
Brian's going to have dinner for us that night. Oh.
Mark, I was coming over to your house actually.
Oh.
But I'm not bringing that. I was
no. You have the bigger house. That's why we always come to your house.
That's true. Yeah, that's
so
fine.
See, we have 7 people on here. I can see it up there, but none of them. Only a couple have said hi in the comments. So
they don't want free money.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, if I just did it off of today's, man.
Good thing we weren't giving away $50,000.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. You ain't won the lottery yet, right?
See, the interesting part is if we can get 1,000 in like less than a week, and we're sitting at 666 today.
Shut up. That's a bad number, boy.
I love that number. I love that number.
Terrible.
And which
number.
is good. People think it's for the devil. I think it's just messed up for people.
No, it's just it'd be great to hit 700 by the end of the week, which that's tomorrow. So if you haven't told your friends, please tell your friends.
We want these things. We want to keep doing these.
Open forums.
Open forums at least once a month. Try to get other people in here. Try to get them to talk. Try to get us to have fun. Come on, just shoot the shit with us.
Shoot the shit with us. That's all we're trying to do. He's always in the background. Robert, I don't know if you heard, but we absolutely plugged your show.
We shared the shit out of your stuff.
We're very excited to you put Mark on a cliffhanger, dude.
He does it to me every week, so I'm good with that. And it's Steven, if you're still here, I'm not sure if you are, but I talked to Brian about that, and we're good to go next Saturday.
What are we doing?
The movies.
That's right. We're doing Mel Brooks movies. Are we talking about all his movies, or do I get to pick one and I get to talk about it? I think that should be the way it should go, right? Like I pick a movie.
Normally we pick a movie. I don't know. Are we picking like a top 5 or whatever? I'm not sure.
I did Baseballs because I could probably quote the entire flipping movie. I grew up in a house. I grew up in a house that was the only freaking VHS tape that we had. It was either that or you watched what's the mafia movie? What's
what?
You Come to Me for a Favor? Godfather. Yeah.
Godfather. I mean, we could do the top 5, he says.
Okay. I mean, I think everybody's going to have the same top 5, quite honestly.
Quite honestly, the only one that I actually know, and I can watch the other one, because I know Monty Python. My wife keeps telling me it's a good movie. I've never watched it.
But that's Monty Python. That's literally not a Mel Brooks thing.
But there's stuff like that.
Mel Brooks is.
Right.
The History of the World.
Yes, that one. You watch that on Hulu?
Oh my God, it's so fucking good, dude. I wish that he was still in his prime. Mel Brooks is Blazing Saddles. He's
yes. Okay, yes. Why was I thinking Monty Python for some reason?
Because Monty Python is Monty fucking Python.
Yeah, well,
if you want to do Monty Python, we'll talk about the life of Brian, and we're doing this.
But other than that, we'll figure it out. Monty Python is a British group. Yeah, I don't know why. I just had it stuck in my head today.
It's okay. It's okay. We forgive you this one time.
That's because my wife keeps telling me.
I'm just gonna blame it on your 1-inch taller foot. Robin Hood, Men in Tights.
Yes.
The really bad. Yes, with really.
It was funny as fuck.
It's funny as hell, but the accents were terrible, and I think it was done intentionally. She said hello again. Hello again, Kimberly.
Where'd you go? Did you go somewhere? I didn't go nowhere.
I've been here the whole time. But guys, we have been on the show here for an hour. We've had one guest. We do appreciate everyone for stopping in and listening and watching whatever you're doing over there. Mark, you got anything else you want to talk about?
Mm,
We got some stuff coming up in the interim of things. Oh, when is the Lex Edition Network releasing the results? There should be a results show, I thought, coming up.
there is. I just don't know. Casey didn't say when it was yet.
I thought it was the 27th or something like that.
I thought it was the 21st. We had to have everything in by the 21st. I know that.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'll have to ask him.
Okay. At KC, please reach out to Brian and Mark from Talking Shit, asking questions about. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. You do it. You can talk to Casey.
We got some great stuff coming up though, guys. Please.
We won't.
In.
Yeah, we won't be on Tuesday because Brian's turning like 40 something, 46.
Thank God.
46.
Thank God.
45's over. And then on Thursday we're gonna have Cody Newton. He is a director, producer. He's a lot of things in one.
Yep. We're going to be on the Stephen Jarvis and Friends podcast. What day is
on the
that?
3rd. On the 3rd.
That is the 3rd. What time are we doing that? Stephen's over in Minnesota.
It's 8 hour. Is it
8 o'clock our time?
Yeah, 8
Stephen, you got to let us know. I don't want to mess this up. I don't want to be late to the party.
It's normally that's how he does it. 7 his time, 8 ours.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
8 your time. Okay, so that would be 9 our time.
Okay, so 9 o'clock our time, and we're going to be talking to Mel Brooks. All Mel Brooks, TV, video, 9 o'clock my time. Okay, yeah, gotcha. So we'll be talking Mel Brooks, basically. We're going to talk about anything that Mel Brooks had his hand in, I think.
It'll give me time to watch some more movies that he had.
Yeah, don't watch Monty Python because it won't do you any good.
Oh, I'm going to have to watch it anyways to get it out of my fucking head.
Do yourself a favor, dude. If you have not watched Blazing Saddles in the past month or whatever, go watch it. Go watch Robin Hood Men in Tights. And
I watched that one just the other day.
And watch Spaceballs. Dude,
Spaceballs. Oh, hell yeah.
It's fantastic.
Spaceballs. I love that movie.
I
was disappointed, sort of.
Rick Moranis as
Big Helmet.
Big Helmet. It's great.
Yeah, I wish they would have done I sort of wish that they would have done a second one to it, but then again, I'm glad that they didn't.
You think it would have been bad? Is that
yeah, probably. Yeah, it probably would have. But then again, you never know. I mean, I don't. The producers is a great movie as well. You know what, Stephen? You should invite a Robert onto that show too.
But in the meantime, you've been watching us here at Talking Shit. You're listening to us
talk shit about one another too.
And you can now listen to us on Amazon. Is that right?
Yes, Amazon Prime. We're on Amazon Prime. We're on Spotify. Eventually, we will be on Apple.
Because if you don't want to look at that ugly mug over there, then I'm just saying.
Dude, you looked right at me, bitch.
Yes, because you're right there. What do you want?
But I'm going to put a mirror up right there where you see yourself.
Thanks, bud. Hey, I want to thank the Deluxe Edition Network for once again allowing Mark and myself to be a part of the network and talk shit.
You pay. Hold up, Stephen. You pay the same amount I do, don't you? Or that he does?
What am I doing?
We can have up to 9 people on ours. I'm able to have 5 through StreamYard. Are you sure 5? It should have been 10 or 9.
He'll have to look into it then.
Yeah, because I mean, with me, you, that would be 5.
Hey, listen,
yeah,
Robert, I want to come back on the broken system because I've got questions, man. I've got a lot of questions that I want to get through because
we're not going to have him. We're not going to talk to him until the very
Ah,
last episode.
Are we not talking to him until after? Why?
Yeah, because I don't want to talk about this and people will be like, okay, well, we could bring him back on it when he's halfway through it and say, hey, look, we've got you this
Listen,
far.
I'm telling you, for the people that are not listening to that podcast, it's free. It's on Spotify. Go listen to it. This case
it's well
is,
worth it.
This case is something else, man. I'm telling you.
I really do. I think it's well worth it. I think Robert is doing a great job, trying to get it all out there for him.
Oh, absolutely.
Trying to get justice for DJ. And I really believe once you hear even after the first round of, just talking, the first episode, I mean.
When he's talking to the 911 dispatcher.
Oh, no, that's the second one. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, okay. It was the first episode. I was like, wait a minute, am I behind on something? What am I?
Yeah.
The second one was his sister came on.
Sister's on the first one. Sister's on the first one. 911's on the second one.
Okay.
The cop, him going through some of the depositions is on the third. And then the talk with Mark is on the fourth. And getting ready to go into the polygraph, which I wanted to hear. I thought it was going to be on this one. I'm hoping it's on the next one because I want to know what he.
You're on that. You're on the edge of your seat. You're waiting for it, and it's coming. And like I said, Stacy is super excited that we absolutely. I have a face for podcast.
Hey.
No, that's me. I'm sorry, that's Mark over there. So
you're the one with the fuck. Hey, at least I got hair.
Yeah, but it's all splotchy.
Wrong kind of hair. I'm talking about up here.
Oh, whatever. Guys, thank you.
You're just mad because my feet are probably bigger than yours.
Only one of them is.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We hope to have you guys back again soon to listen in on our next show.
We'll be back on Thursday.
And then next month, and then next month, June, we got a bunch of stuff coming up. And then we're going to do this again. We're going to host another open forum. And we cordially invite you, if you have a setup, a camera, a microphone, a cell phone that takes video, please.
If more than 10 people show up, Brian will do a lap dance for you or do a strip tease for you. Oh, wait a minute. I want people to show up. Sorry. I wanted people to show up. I didn't mean that. Pleasure.
All right. From us here at Talking Shit, I'm Brian.
I'm Mark.
Y'all have a good night.
And we're out of here.